What is up, guys? It is Jerry. I'm trying something slightly new today. I just got out of Divergent, and we usually like to do these things, if we can, usually a day after seeing them or something like that, just because, you give the movie a little time to sit and germinate in your head. Ryan and I are going to actually sit down and talk about this movie tomorrow morning, but I thought it would be kind of cool just to do sort of a first impressions kind of thing, to just give it a try, and then see how it changes when we shoot the actual review. Yeah, so I just got out of Divergent, which is a new film based on a young adult novel, or series of novels or something like that. And it takes place in this sort of utopian or utopian future in which everybody in society is sort of divided up into these factions. There's the warrior class, which is the dauntless. There's the erudite, which are the really smart, sort of learned folks. There's the abnegation, I think they're called, who are like sort of selfless and charitable. And then there are two others. One sort of seemed like a provider, like a sort of agricultural sort of place, and God, I can't even remember what the other one was, some kind of construction. But yeah, it takes place in this version of the future, and come a certain age, everyone goes through this rite of passage where they take a test, and then they choose. So this is one of those, future utopia, dystopia movies, kind of like The Hunger Games or The Host. And it's pretty cool. I mean, the thing about this movie is there's a lot of cool stuff in here. The tone is good, the cinematography is good, it seems to be directed pretty competently, and there are a lot of really good performances. Shailene Woodley is great. She has some really gorgeous moments, and for the most part, I really do like the cast. There are a couple recognizable faces in there. Ray Stevenson has a small part. Miles Teller has a small part. Kate Winslet is in it a little bit. Mekhi Phifer pops up for a minute. Jai Courtney is in this movie, playing Macklemore. When you see it, you will understand. Most of the cast is pretty good. There are a couple supporting characters who are over the top, but I did enjoy this movie, and there are certainly a lot of great scenes. The only problems I really have are sort of with the script. Some of the characters just end up being types. It's like Miles Teller only really ever shows up to be a dick and then leave again, whereas others actually get some development and some weight. So that's a little disappointing. And I don't know if this is even the writer's fault specifically, but there are a few moments where it can't avoid giving in to young adult novel cliches. You'll know the kind of moments when you see them. There's certain little lines in there and certain little things that happen where you're like, okay, that's for the kids, The biggest thing for me during this movie is there are a number of times where I feel like the mechanics of this world haven't fully been thought out. There's just a number of times I found myself wondering, like, how did this society get to this point in the first place? It's a cool idea, though it might be a little bit oversimplified. There are a couple things that clear up along the way that you'll sort of understand as time goes by. But the movie never, for me anyway, fully figures out how to make this society entirely believable. Because for every believable moment, there's an equally glossed over or underdeveloped moment. But there's some cool action and some cool ideas. They get into some dark territory, which makes me happy, especially in its darker connotations and its sort of questions about these various parts of society. At certain times, it seems like it can't help itself from being a little bit too heavy-handed with, like, these people are evil. But like I said, the cast is good for the most part. Yeah, there's some cool action, some great visuals, a neat version of the future, if not fully developed. So it's definitely worth checking out. I'm interested to see how this is going to feel in 20 or so hours when Ryan and I actually sit down to talk about it and it's had time to really sit in my head. But that's my first impression, I guess. So that's about it for today. Yeah, if you've seen the movie or read the books, let me know your thoughts. And until next time, comment below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to follow us on the Twitters, I am Reasons to Jerry. Ryan is The Real Ryan Wright with a duh. And there's also The Real Rejects. Yeah, so until next time, cheers, folks, and talk to you soon.